Today is a damn hot day here. We have more than 30 degrees upright here. Ladies and gentlemen, once more, welcome, 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 and welcome. It's another brilliant day today with the very warm weather here today. It's very, very warm here today. Share, 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 share. Invite friends and invite friends and invite friends so that we can, at this moment, share some news. Excuse me a moment. Sorry for the little distractions. Today, once more, you are welcome on board. It's a very warm and hot day here in the Kingdom of Belgium. You are welcome, welcome, and welcome, and welcome. We have a lot to talk on. We have a lot to talk about today concerning the Southern Cameroon independent struggle that has been long active now for the past 4 years. That we have been making tremendous strikes and we have been making tremendous achievement concerning our revolutions. Brothers and sisters, you are welcome on board once more. Share, 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 and share. Keep on inviting others. I know a host of people always come later after the show. After I must have finished with the show, because I see thousands of viewers. That is so encouraging, because I know the information that we have, we always share. I know many people are not always connected when I'm live, but it doesn't matter, because we have hundreds of people connecting during my live shows, and then we have thousands of viewers. The most information, the most important thing is to see that this information is shared, and this information is being shared to every one of us who wants to get updates concerning this struggle. My brothers and sisters, is your one soldier man, Zale Clovisonge, who resides in the Kingdom of Belgium, in the heartbeat of the Ambazonian struggle, a nation where Laurent Esso and his entourage was brought on their knees, a nation where a good number of things have happened concerning our struggle, but we are still fighting. My brothers and sisters, welcome on board. Today is Friday, and it happens to be a weekend. So let's go into this weekend with very new ideas concerning our struggle. All the latest concerning our struggle. A lot has happened during the week. A lot has happened. So we really need to digest all this information, and we share it so that we know what is right and what is not right. Because we have a lot of fake news out there. We have a lot of fake people out there who call themselves ambas. We have a lot of fake women out there who claim to be women originating from Southern Cameroons, the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. All that will be discussed. Today we shall be having a look at some few topics. I have about 5 subjects that we're going to talk on. We shall be talking on the on the proposed reconstruction of Southern Cameroon by their colonial masters. Because if I say by their colonial masters, I mean La République du Cameroun, because they think they colonize us, but that statement isn't true. We shall be talking on the reconstruction of Southern Cameroon by France through La République du Cameroun. We shall also have a look at France doing everything possible to block the genocide in Southern Cameroon from appearing on the agenda of the UN Security Council. And we shall also be talking about the Swiss talks. And thereafter we're going to talk about our restoration forces, the need for our restoration forces to do everything possible to flush out of North and Southwest the names. Those are colonial names that are given to us by La République du Cameroun and her colonial master France, but we don't have anything like Northwest and Southwest in any legal documents. In any world archives, we have Southern Cameroon. The need for our soldiers to block those women who happens to say they are called the women from the Northwest and Southwest Women Task Force, who staged a protest the other day. And lastly, we shall be talking on some news outlets who are on government payrolls to tarnish the Amazonian struggle, to tarnish the names of some prominent activists, to tarnish the name of our leaders and a host of others. Ladies and gentlemen, you are once welcome on board. This is Nzale Clovis Songe, your one soldier man activist based here in the Kingdom of Belgium, and happens to be one of the media, the media and communication secretary of Southern Cameroon, Belgium. So in my capacity as that, I would like to say a lot of things. And being a Southern Cameroon, being a bona fide Southern Cameroon, I have the right and voice to put out my opinions there to people who will buy them, to people who will see into them, and know that what we are fighting for is what is really vital and is very important in the survival, to the survival of the statehood of Southern Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, without time wastage, let's get into the story itself. Brothers and sisters, once more, share, and share. I'm very happy because I can see people sharing and I can see people coming online. Today, the first on my agenda, we shall be talking on the reconstruction in Southern Cameroon by France through La République. The French government has voted 40 billion francs CFA to aid the Republic of Cameroon to construct Amazonia, to construct the Southern Cameroons. But we say no. We, the Southern Cameroonians, I as an individual, and I know a host of others, hold this opinion. We say no to reconstruction, to any reconstruction that will be carried out by La République du Cameroun or by the French authorities through La République du Cameroun, because we know all these backdoor businesses. If you remember, when we cried for just corporate demands, if France was a good nation or was a good colonial master to La République du Cameroun, she must have known that we have cried for quite a long time for these simple things that we ask from the government for basic needs: roads, hospitals, schools, banks, companies, and many other things. But the French government was there sitting quiet, exploiting the oil resources and the riches of the Southern Cameroon through La République of Cameroon, and she sat quiet. She thought we will sit quiet forever. When we stood up in 2016 peacefully with peace plans and move on the roadside, our lawyers and teachers were beaten, molested, and dragged in mods. Our university girls, let me do a recap of this, of the happenings since 2016, were beaten, raped, and locked up. Till date, a good number of them are still languishing all over in jails all over the Republic of Cameroon. And now France will come through La République and will tell us that she wants to construct or reconstruct what she destroyed. What have they destroyed even? They have been destroying this for the past 60 years. Because if we compare the way we were when we came together with La République du Cameroon in a gentleman's agreement, not legally or officially, we had banks. We had the Tico we had a lot of things. We have the Menchufo, we had banks, we had the marketing board, we had a prime minister, we had everything in our keeping, and we were more prosperous. We had a police force. So if they are talking of reconstruction of Southern Cameroon, can they reconstruct all those things that I've, just a few of them that I've mentioned? They can't. We are not talking, or we're not protesting for people to come up with some chicken change and say they want to reconstruct buildings or classrooms that were destroyed. Mostly those buildings were even burnt by them. More than 500 villages have been razed by the French colonial soldiers. Classrooms and many others, individual properties and many others. So we say no to France's proposal of reconstructing Southern Cameroon, because we know it's France that is doing it. It's not La République, because La République right now it's very difficult. She cannot even pay salaries to her civil servants. They have a lot of difficulties. Where will they have 40 billion to come and invest in our own territory? They don't. What I want to advise France and La République du Cameroon is that the Republic of Cameroon, our neighboring country, they have a lot of basic needs. That money that French government is saying that they should use in reconstruction process in Southern Cameroon should be used in constructing roads, the bad roads, the dilapidating road situation in the Republic of Cameroon, the lack of hospitals, schools, and many things like stadiums that they couldn't do, stadiums that they could not construct, and had to bar out because they could not do those things from hosting the African Cup of Nations. That money should be used there, because we know at the tail end, when this war comes to an end, because every war there is an end, we shall be sitting on the table, and La République du Cameroon shall be held accountable, and reparations will be paid to Southern Cameroonians. This reparation, we will use them in reconstructing or constructing, not even say reconstructing, because there was nothing done there. They have never done anything. They have never done anything except the fact of them exploiting our natural resources that God has given us. Consciously abandoning the rich natural resources that are found in La République du Cameroon, and trying to empty us, because they knew one day we are going to stand up and say enough is enough and we have to leave. So it was done purposefully. So we say no to any enabler. Paul Tasson, Atanga Nji, Elvis Ngolengole, Philip Ngwese, and a host of others who call themselves elites. People like Tabe Tanjo, who I saw, they said he was voted, or he has been appointed the second president of the Senate. I knew that is why he was kneeling in Manfe for his personal gains. He wasn't kneeling for us, for the whole Ambazonia or for the whole Southern Cameroon. He's an enabler. All those people are banned. They don't have to set their legs or step their legs on the soils of Southern Cameroon. They will be dealt with by the restoration forces. If they want to come, let them come. Any of those people that have been appointed to lead this fake initiative of reconstruction, like Tabet, Minister Paul Tassong of Libya, who cannot even step his leg there. He's hiding in in La République of Cameroon, just as I'm hiding in Belgium, because I cannot get directly to Southern Cameroon, because our names have been pasted all over, placed in every port of entry, airport, be it airport, seaport, land, and so on. But I know I'm going to step on that land when we have total control of our land, and we shall do effective development, and we shall see that Ambazonia that we have been looking for, it will be a paradise in Africa, whereby many people will come and visit us. So all those enablers should be kept in order. Paul Tassong is hiding in meetings, holding sacred meetings in hotels and many other black legs and enablers. We just need the list of those black legs. Anyone found accompanying those people to hold meetings talking of reconstruction will be dealt with accordingly. We consider such people as enablers and enablers of the genocide in Ambazonia and black legs. No to reconstruction or no to construction by France through La République of Cameroon. In Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, we don't need such things. If I ask just one question, if I say yes, we the Ambazonians, or we are ready for reconstruction or for construction or to be with you as you state one Cameroon, just a simple request. We have lost at least 15,000 people. Reconstruction should involve those lives. Can you reconstruct or bring back to life those 15,000 people that you killed? And since the answer is no, those people have paid for this freedom with their lives, and we can never betray them or fail them, because their blood lies on that land, and their blood is going to chase us till the end of this world. We can never accept such things. After we have lost a lot, people have paid with their lives, and a foreign minister who is working there for his stomach will come and stand and say he's leading the reconstruction exercise. We are waiting for you. There will be no reconstruction. Immediately a single block is laid, the next hour is burnt. Immediately a single zinc is planted up, the next hour is burnt. That 40 billion francs will be wasted if you don't take it and use it in constructing or doing construction work or doing developmental work or opening companies in Southern Cameroon for them, because opening companies in the Republic of Cameroon, because they have a lot of shortages in that department. The unemployment situation in the Republic of Cameroon is alarming. Let that 40 billion francs CFA be used in La République du Cameroon to create employment, to construct, to open industries, so that the youth there can have jobs for themselves. We don't need that money because we have enough. We just need our liberty and our freedom. And immediately we have our freedom, you people will want to always visit us. We are not one. That is why we speak two different languages. That is why we have independence on two different dates. Can't you understand? What is so difficult for La République to understand? La République happens to be a failed state. And for them being a failed state, they want to involve us in their affairs. We are not part of them. They tried in dragging us. We are not part of them. So Paul Tassong and other ministers that I can't mention their name, or other elites that I can't mention their names, all colonial administrators residing on that land, he or she who will lead any initiative about reconstruction will meet his Waterloo on the way. So my brothers and sisters, beside that, France, I've been in France, they have a lot of problems themselves. They have housing problems, a lot of homeless people. Let that money, rather than they wasting time to reconstruct Southern Cameroon, that will never be under their control. That is not for them because they have never been a colonial master. Let that money be as well be used in France in constructing new houses for the homeless population that is loitering, paring out there all over. People sleep outside. You lack houses. Others are dilapidated buildings. So what type of help are you claiming to come and give to Ambazonians or to Southern Cameroons? We say no. You are doing that is, I think that aid is a string attached aid, but you should do that with La République du Cameroun, not us, because we are not part of you and will never be part of you. So, no to any reconstruction in Southern Cameroon. Second on this agenda of today, the same France happened to be a permanent member of the Security Council. And we know they have veto power. But like I say, freedom is never given to people. Freedom is taken. Even from your own single home, nuclear family, it's not easy for your parents to give you freedom. You always try to agitate before you have what you think is good and what you want. So, no matter the blocking, it has gotten to our knowledge that France, who happens to be a member of the Security Council, is doing everything possible to block the genocide that is going on in Southern Cameroon from appearing on the agenda of the UN Security Council. But how long will they do that? You can't do that forever. You can just do that for a short while, but it is going to come. Even if it doesn't come, when we fight and free ourselves, it will be discussed there. Those people need to be held accountable. So we know properly what all the backdoor politics that France is doing, trying to lobby other members like China, who are also interested, who has a lot of interest in the Republic of Cameroon, because in as much as I'm concerned in as far as I'm concerned, La République du Cameroon is a failed state. When you see a country where even the selling of puff-puff, what do they call a puff-puff, makara, is being done by Chinese. Chinese people are moving all over there in Douala, selling puff-puff, selling bread. If Chinese people can come in La République du Cameroon and sell bread, then what is left for the common man? And they are there opening their eyes. Those phony francophones that call us Anglo-fools, they are more foolish and fools more than us. They are worse than us. For them allowing even the minimal job, the menial jobs, for them to be taken over by Chinese, then that is a complete catastrophe. What is left for them? So we know China also has an interest there. So no matter how France tries to block this agenda, the genocide in Ambazonia or in Southern Cameroon, from appearing on the agenda of the Security Council, it will come there. There is time for everything. We are forging. It's going to come there. That is how she has done many times. We are not part of the French Empire or the French colony. They were never our colonial masters. So we don't know what is their business in Southern Cameroon, except exploiting our oil through that failed state, La République of Cameroon. So my brothers and sisters, freedom is never given on a platter of gold. Freedom is never free until you use everything you have to fight for it. So that being said, the next thing on this topic of today is the Swiss stock. The Swiss stock that we've much talked about is still alive and strong. The Swiss stock must go on, because that is the only internationally recognized talk or initiative that people, great nations like Britain, the Canada, United States, Germany has given a go-ahead. We know La République is pulling back her legs because she has no case. because she knows the outcome, because she knows what she is doing in Southern Cameroon is not right, it's not lawful, she has no backing. That is the simple reason why the La République du Cameroon cannot come on the table until she is pulled. She needs to be pulled. And for her to be pulled, we need to strengthen our defense forces down there on ground zero and ground one. We need to support and strengthen them. So now that this initiative is going on, the initiative, the war draft, each and every one of us who wants to see that the Swiss talk goes on as fast as possible, we need to intensify and double our effort, our support to the ground zero forces, to our restoration forces, to our valiant restoration forces that are fighting ceaselessly, that are putting their lives on the line each minute. When things are strong there, they will need to come on the table. What I'm telling you, La République cannot continue to borrow, to get loans to be fighting. She's already bankrupt. She hasn't got enough funds to fund this war. That we here in the diaspora funding the war, we can never lack money to fund that war. We are ready. If the war has to take us the next 10 years, we are ready for them. Most countries are already complaining. They knew what was standing as collateral is not attainable. You have seen communiques signed by the Republic, those colonial authorities, La République du Cameroon, that they have suspended the exploitation of oil and gas. Where? In our own place. They didn't say in Kribi, because they also have it there. Because they know it's practically impossible. Just because now we have marine defense forces that are well equipped and are ready to do anything possible to stop such economic exploitation. My brothers and sisters, the Swiss talk is the only talk that we, the people of Southern Cameroon, will sit face to face on the table as two different people and put forward our grievances, and then we shall come out with a negotiated settlement, and their reparations will be asked from La République du Cameroon to be paid to us. So make no mistake, my brothers and sisters, we are on track. The Swiss talk is on track. It can delay, but it shall come to pass. It can delay. They have tried a lot of things. National dialogue, all the Anglophones, so and so on and so. You see all those enablers have been going out one by one, out of market. You don't listen, you don't hear from people like Cardinal Toumi, from people like Muzu anymore, from people like Sibit and so on and so forth. That has passed. It is stage by stage, from one stage to another. So my people, don't be disappointed and don't think that is the way diplomacy works. It can delay, but it will come to pass. So the Swiss talk is on track. We will stay and wait for them, and we will make sure that we fund our restoration forces to the tip to make sure that they are capable of defending homeland. I think you can see from videos whereby cars, armor cars are blown off and military people are wailing in their blood. It shows that we have the capability now to stand them. Because if a thief enters your house with weapons, you also have to come with some self-defense and flush the thief out. So in as much as I'm concerned, La République is a thief on that territory. So the Swiss talk is on track. And next on the agenda, there was a few days ago a group of women who call themselves Northwest and Southwest Women Task Force staged a fake protest, stating that they are against the gold standard we imposed, the emergency gold standard we imposed on the northern zone. That was from the 22nd to the 24th of this month, because of a reckless statement, because of an incompetent and incorrect statement that was made by one colonial administrator, Lele L'Afrique, that war is over in northern zone, in the northern zone. It sounds funny. It was food for thought. So those women staged a protest saying no to that to the ghost town. I have a question for those women. If they claim to be true mothers of Southern Cameroons, how many times have they carried out placards, boards of grievances, and come on the street, even half naked, just like women did here in Washington and all over, to protest the killing of their children? Never. So if they were really Ambazonians, then know that they cannot come out to protest, because more important things have happened. They have lost their children that they would have mashed. So those women, we consider them, they are considered as enemies to the Ambazonian struggle, enemies or enablers of the genocide that is going on in Southern Cameroon. From today henceforth, we declare them as enemies as well. Just they are on same line with La République du Cameroon. They are on payrolls. Those are enablers. Those are agents of La République. If you look at their faces on that video, a good number of them has originated from, were ferried in from Douala and the so-called Bamlikeland. So my brothers and sisters, those women, we are calling on the restoration forces to have them checked. Anyone who is against our struggle is against all of Ambazonia. For a group of women to come and stand out and protest and say say no to ghost town is funny. It's funny. Even if we have to impose a ghost town for 4 days, an emergency lockdown, considering the sufferings that our people have undergone for 60 years, and then the special 4 years that the war break out, will 4 days kill them? If you can stay for 4 years with an ongoing war, what would be the consequence if you stay in your house just for 4 days? So you can see they are not Ambazonians. Those are La République agents, and I'm calling on the restoration forces to make sure that those women are checked. We shall never accept such moves. We shall never accept such things on our land. And another topic that we were supposed to talk on today is we have some news outlets. You know how desperate, how corrupt La République du Cameroon, the failed state of Africa, how they are. You know how dubious they are. They have what we call news, they censor pressed. If I quote, you quote. If I quote somebody's name, you tell me it's a lie, then I got to stop. They have been clamping on journalists, locking up journalists, jailing them for no crime. Then what about newspapers? They will just say an administrative orders and they close them if the newspaper don't publish what they want. So there is a particular news outlets there, the Guardian paper. It has written a lot of defamatory news on the Southern Cameroons, trying to tarnish the image of Southern Cameroons, thinking that the world will buy it and they will think that we are terrorists. That particular news outlet, that paper, that Guardian paper, is working on the payroll of La République du Cameroon. If you go back and try and check, you check and check and check and check, you will see that what I'm saying, she has never written a correct news. She is number one in propagating falsehood on this struggle and everything negative about our struggle. Another one is a blogger called Mimimifo. If Mimi Mifo wanted to say the truth, then she will say it because she is no longer in Cameroon. But as we know, La République, when you are jailed and when they want to release you, they give you some conditions. Anyone seeking for freedom, everybody, myself, I love freedom. We are fighting for freedom. And if you have been incapacitated, locked up in a jail, you will want to have that freedom. Before Mimi Mifo was released, it was not due to external pressure. It was because of the agreement that they reached with her while she was in that jail. And those are some of the assignments that she is doing because she signed. So she is also publishing negative things about Ambazonian war, about this struggle without verifications. We have questioned her publications severally, but she has never cared to go for proper investigation before publishing, since she has continued to publish the wrong and negative information concerning us. She is so biased. I won't say she is biased. She is doing what La République asks her to do. So she too is a fake blogger. Any news coming from such people, don't bother yourself with such news. They are not for the advantage of this struggle. They are not for the benefit of this struggle. They are not real. They are not just. Mimi Mifo. I've never seen Mimi Mifo publish a video or some photo, pictures of soldiers lamenting after they must have suffered from the hands of the restoration forces. What she does is she is the first one to come out with all pictures. Thank to God that we have what we call picture verification, Google verification. Each picture she puts, we take them and pass them through that software, and we realize some of those pictures were even taken 3 years ago. Some of those pictures concerned boys who were killed, innocent civilians, and now she takes them and put them out there and say these are Ambazonian or the restoration forces that have been dealt with. That is to weaken the minds of people fighting, or to weaken the minds of people sponsoring the struggle. But never blink. We are on track. We are dealing with it. They said we cannot fight this war. Nobody said we will fight it. We will fight the war for 3 weeks. When the colonial dictator President Pobia declared the war, he said just 3 weeks. Today is 4 years something. So people like Mimi Mifo, I will not say, well, I'm warning you. By the way, you are not a Southern Cameroonian. You are not an Ambazonian. So you are right to be publishing such news. So my brothers and sisters, never bother that much if you see such negative information out. And there is another news circulating that La République is fighting or trying with her lobbies to make sure that our leaders who resides in America and elsewhere, just like we are, just as I'm in Europe, all of us are a point of target. We face the same horrors that you face. It's just that they are our own horrors and our own dangers are a bit limited or reduced because of the security situation here. You know, La République can go to any height to achieve her devilish plans. Let me make it clear to the Republic of Cameroon. If you kill our president, you kill Chris Anu, there are many other presidents, many other leaders with inborn abilities that will spring up immediately to replace those positions that you have made vacant. When you took Sisiko, you thought the struggle is finished. But the person now in position, Dr. Samuel Sakwe Kome, is even more stronger than Sisiko. When you took Sisiko, we had no weapons down. The struggle was not at this level. So you must know that A determined people are people who are determined to fight till the end. You can't kill 8 million Ambazonians. You can never. Even you kill if you kill 9 million, if you kill 7 million or 7.5 million, the rest of the half of a million will fight. If 10 people are left, they will fight and see that they free that land for the unborn generation. So my brothers and sisters, don't be shaken with such fake news that are being carried out there don't be shaken by such agents in the name of Northwest and Southwest Women Task Force who are staging drama there. Those things are stage fixed and are stage managed. If you go at the juncture or the place where the stage such rallies, if you want to look, you will see the whole place is dark with soldiers. Meaning explaining to you that those are working with the backing of the colonial regime of Yaoundé, La République du Cameroon. So, my brothers and sisters, never you mind. You can see the way we are carrying on with the draft. The war draft is so powerful. I don't think La République is sleeping. They have been having sleepless nights, and more will come. More and more will come from that. Those who have not drafted for this should support this initiative. Go to your LGAs and support them. Go to your counties and support them. I come from Kupe Maninguba County. I call upon once more I call on all sons and daughters of Kupe Maninguba who have not yet drafted for this initiative brought forward by Dr. Samuel Sakoe Kome, the president of the interim government of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, should join this initiative and draft. Draft now, or you draft 10 times than when we get to Uboya. Drafting or supporting this war is not a matter of choice, it's compulsory. Except you say to us that you are not ready, you have decided that you are no longer a Southern Cameroonian, an Ambazonia, that you have taken another road. But know that you who thinks that you are an Ambazonia, you who knows that you would like to see a prosperous nation like Ambazonia, who would like to see a free people, draft so that we get to Boya as fast as possible. With this funding, the war will be shorter and will preserve more lives rather than extending. By not drafting means you are extending the extermination of our youth, because La République is targeting just the youth. So my brothers and sisters, that is what I had for us today. And mostly the most thing that was in my mind was no to the reconstruction assignment, to the reconstruction process in Southern Cameroon. We will do our reconstruction our way. When we get to Boya, reparations will be paid to us by this colonial regime, and we shall construct Ambazonia properly. So this is where I call it off for the day and for this week. Next week we still have, I come online once a week, but if there is something, if there is an emergency, then I can just pop in, because during a war, you know, there are a lot of urgent things that call our attentions. We the activists to always try to put it out to the public. So I end this show here today, and enjoy your day and stay safe. Thank you very much. You can watch my show on my Facebook profile, and still I have a page still on Facebook on the same name, Nzale Clovis Songe Official. You can watch it on those two sites. So you share to everyone and invite others who could not be connected at this time. Okay, bye-bye.